This morning, our dear friend Lanny Millette joins us from the Potter's House Ministries. He is the Donor Relations Director there. Good morning to you, Lanny.
Good morning, Fred.
Love having you here. You've got to be up there in the annals of WJTL fandom of being on the air with us more times than many.
Probably since 1994.
That's crazy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we love having you here. Thank you so much for coming.
I'm glad to be here. Thank
Anybody
you
want to give a shout out to this morning?
Oh, for sure. Good morning, Debbie, my wife, and my grandkids, Owen and Everly, and Papa Sam, who's living with us, as well as all the good folks over at Potter's House.
Is Sam still driving his new truck?
Absolutely. It's 3 years old now.
Oh, wow. Man.
Time's gone by,
Time
Fred.
just flies. Well, Lanny, tell us about the Potter's House.
Well, sure. Potter's House is an addiction recovery and discipleship ministry. We work with folks who are caught in addiction, but with a faith-based component to it, because we believe it's changing of the heart that changes the behavior. So we bring folks in, both men and women. We do a 3-month phase 1 where it's more secluded, and we really work with them on the heart. And it's amazing to see how many baptisms come out of that.
Yeah.
And changed lives. Addiction is an insidious thing. It comes back. And so sometimes we have to bring them around a couple times to help them get it in. But in the second phase, we put them out in the community, and the accountability goes down a little, and the accessibility goes up. But they need to have that in order to be able to function
succeed
in the community. Yeah.
Yeah. And a lot of times they're working, they're getting their lives back together,
Right.
Getting
And
their families back together, because you're not just working with that person, you're working with their family.
We are, and it is exciting to see families being reunited. A lot of the guys, I work more closely with the guys, when they get the opportunity to see their kids again for the first time. Oh, man. It's just a celebration.
If folks want to find out more about what the Potter's House is doing, they can visit you online.
That's right. We're at the pottershouselancaster.com, and you got to make sure that Lancaster gets in there or you'll end up in Texas.
Good to know. Good to know. Now, another way they could get involved and find out what you're doing and also be wonderfully entertained is you have a big comedy night friend raiser coming up. Tell us about that.
Yeah, this is something we started a couple of years ago, actually with our friend Gordon Douglas, who provided us with the different resources. But this year we have a local resource too, actually, because Gordon will be there. But then Ryan and friends will bring the ventriloquism act. Yeah, Ryan's a great guy. It's going to be a fun evening, and then you get a meal at Shady Maple,
which is like, wow, how can you beat all that?
Mm-hmm.
And the way we do it is we're not charging up front. So you do need to register and sign up, but there's no upfront cost. But that is with the understanding that we're going to bring an offering for the ministry. There are right now, I think, 6 businesses that have put in $1,000 to $4,000 each to cover the expenses up front. So everything that comes in the banquet is going to go toward the ministry.
That's awesome. So tell us when it is.
Okay, it's September 11th. That's a Thursday. We start the doors open at 6. Well, the meal will start at 6:30 and the show to follow. But you do need to register by August 27th.
Okay.
Because Shady Maple requires a 2-week advance.
And can they do that at your website?
You can do it at the website or, that's probably the best place to do it. And on the website, it would also give you a phone number and an email if you need to do it that way.
The PottersHouseLancaster.org is the place to check it out. It's coming up September the 11th, but you've got to get your tickets before the end of August. August 27th is the final date for you to get your tickets. It's an opportunity for you to find out what's happening and what the Lord is doing through the Potter's House, but it's also going to be a great night for food and comedy, fellowship, and just praising the Lord as well.
Amen. And being supportive of a great ministry.
Being supportive of a great ministry. Check it out online. It's at thepottershouselancaster.org. We'll talk more with Lanny coming up. Our very special guest today, Lanny Millette, is with us from the Potter's House Ministries. And Lanny, good morning again.
Good morning.
Before we talk about Potter's House, let's talk about your life verse. We've been asking our guests about their life verse and to share why it's so special to them.
Yeah, I hold on to Romans 8:28. All things work together for good for those that love the Lord and work according to his purposes. There have been many things in my life that I look at, and they were not very good. Probably the most notable is the death of a child at age 28. But that was not a good thing. But God has used that for good. And so I hang on to that. And whenever something happens to me, I just remember that He is sovereign. He has a plan and a purpose. I don't understand it, but I can yield to Him. I don't ask why. I ask, what do you want me to do?
Wow. I love that. Thank you for sharing that. And that really ties in with Potter's House and how God is working through the lives of those that you're ministering with.
It does. And even that story has been useful in helping guys who are struggling. They look at where they're at, and I should say there are women too, but
sure.
I work mostly with the guys. I'm able to show them that, hey, I've been through some hard stuff too, and God has walked me through it. He can walk you too.
Yeah.
And they take inspiration from that.
Yeah, definitely. So you're working with guys and gals who have been facing addiction and trying to work their way out of it, and you really use the gospel as a way of helping them cope.
Absolutely. It's heart change that makes the difference.
Yeah.
Some of them say, hey, I've been to numerous rehabs, and I'm not going to put down rehabs. They do a good thing.
Right.
But when the heart changes, something changes in the whole of the situation, and they're able to not just overcome the addiction, but experience the destiny that God has for them in their lives.
Do you have any
it's
stories?
Not just recovery.
Do you have any stories that go with that?
Absolutely. There are many, but one that really stands out for me is a gentleman who did 9 years in a state penitentiary. Came to us. He had been touched by the Lord in the penitentiary, but he came to our program because he wanted to grow. In fact, he told me the other day his family tried to talk him out of it because they had a job and a car and all this for him back home. But he knew if he went back home, he wasn't quite ready to put into practice what he had learned in his faith. So he came to Potter's House, and it was a little difficult sometimes. I had to tell him the story about the children of Israel wanting to go back to Egypt.
And perfect.
That made a difference for him. And so moving forward, he now has a fantastic job. He's well respected by the owner of the company. The company, they've told me that several times, how much they appreciate him. He's now married. He's a house manager for us. So he's actually putting into practice all the things that he learned. And that's exciting to see.
That's exciting.
That's a life changed.
Yeah, definitely. If folks want to hear more about the life changes through the Potter's House, they could come out to your event, not only get some stories, but they could also hear some great comedy, enjoy some great food, and support what God is doing through your ministry.
That's right. On Thursday, September 11th at Shady Maple, we're going to have what we call a friend raiser. I mean, it is a fundraiser, but it's also a friend raiser.
Sure.
And Ryan and Friends will be one of the featured acts, and then Gordon Douglas, who is just a funny guy, and who actually has been a real friend to our ministry. This is our 4th comedy show, and Gordon has been in all 4.
That's
and
awesome.
He pretty much has been behind bringing in the acts that come to us. But this year it's a local show, and we're excited about it. We're also going to have the opportunity to hear more about the ministry and raise an offering for the ministry. Several business sponsors have put forward the money so that we can cover the upfront expenses. And it's not a cheap event.
Right.
Shady Maple.
Right.
But you can come. You can sign up. You need to do it by August 27th. But you can come and enjoy the meal, enjoy the show, hear about the ministry, and then have the opportunity to participate with your funds and perhaps even become a volunteer and get involved. These are great people. I mean, they get a bad rap in society because they've made some bad decisions. But when you get the substance out of them and you get to know them, these are really special people. And I just love seeing God move in these lives.
And I know you love the people you're working with.
I do.
That's awesome. So it's free, but you have to get a registration before August 28th.
That's 27th.
27th. Sorry about that. It's coming up September 11th. It's at Shady Maple.
Yes.
Great night of comedy, great night of testimonies, great night of food, and a great opportunity for you to support what God is doing through the ministry of the Potter's House. How can people get their registrations?
Okay, the best way to do it is to go to our website, thepottershouselancaster.com, and be sure to get the Lancaster in there or you'll end up in Texas. But that's the best way. It's an online sign up. It will also have a phone number. They can call me if they are not happy about being online. But
Which does happen to a few
there's
people.
a few of us. Yeah.
Well, that would be 717-919-0316. So.
The Potter's House Comedy Friendraiser is coming to Shady Maple September the 11th. It's going to be Ryan and Friends, Gordon Douglas. Great food, great laughs, great fun, great fellowship at Testimony. And you need to get your tickets by August the 27th. They are free, but you do need to register. Go to thepottershouselancaster.com. Lanny, thank you so much for being with us today. We love having you here.
Really appreciate being here.